Hello and welcome to Yoga by Campi. I'm Campi. Thank you for joining me as I travel around with my trusty mat. Today I'm in Canggu in Bali, and this is going to be a yoga-inspired HIIT workout. So all you need is space for your mat, some comfortable clothes, and we can begin. So this class combines two of the things I love to do when it comes to exercise, yoga and HIIT training. So what we do is we take yoga poses to inspire us to do 30 seconds of work, holding for 30 seconds, and then a 15-second break. In the 30 seconds of work, we move between two poses. The 30 seconds of holding, we just hold one pose, gives us a chance to really check in with our alignment in that particular pose, that asana, and then 50-second rest before we move to the next. So it's 20 minutes in total, 16 different moves. I'm going to start the timer. And stay with it. This will help strengthen your muscles, but also tone them. And like I said, give us a chance to check in with the poses we're doing to see if we can correct ourselves, to adjust ourselves to get to that full expression of the pose. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to just lift our knee and then send it all the way back for a high lunge. Here you can keep your hands on your hips if you want, or you can lower them down, lift them up. So 5 more seconds before we start. So lift the knee, lunge back, lift the knee and lunge. Lift the knee, hands by your hips if you'd like. This is a good challenge for balance as well. See if you can lunge back as far as possible, catching your balance on that back foot. Now we're going to hold the high lunge when we get to the end of this in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last time, let's go back, high lunge. So really come up onto the ball of that back foot. Keep that back leg extended, send the energy down through the heel. Keep lunging forwards and lunge into that front leg. Bending that. Keep your hips in a train track position. So this back one, forwards, front one, pulling back. Arms above the head, biceps, ears, shoulders away from ears, energy out the fingers. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And shake that out. Do the other side now. So again, lifting that knee up, sending it all the way back for high lunge. Let's get ready in 3 seconds. Lift and lunge. Lift, lunge. Lift and lunge. Lift. See if you can do this with good control. Over halfway there in this particular move. Not the whole workout. Not quite. Lift. Last one. Lifting up. Lunge back. So adjust yourself here again. Energy out the fingers, biceps to ears, shoulders away from ears. Don't let them creep up towards the ears. Get your head over your heart, over your pelvis. Keep lunging into that front leg. Extend out the back leg. As soon as you lunge further, don't let that back leg collapse. Keep that energy. Strong lunge position. We've got 5 seconds left. Whew. Shake it out. Hopefully you should feel the legs fired up already. So now we're going to go from warrior 1. So square hips, lunging the front leg, to a triangle. So extend that front leg, keep the back arm where it is, let the front arm come down. So warrior 1, triangle. Warrior 1, triangle. Warrior 1. It's a challenge for the balance as well. Warrior 1. Try and keep that upper arm just where it is. So calling it the back arm because the other one goes forward. Make sure you bend the leg for warrior 1. We're going to hold in triangle now. So down to triangle. So here, hand on your shin, or find the mat if you can. Rotate that upper shoulder back. Energy out the fingers, trying to get that hand over that shoulder, which aligns with the other shoulder in the other hand. Keep extending both legs. Get a nice deep stretch down that front leg, down the back of it, the hamstring. Keep trying to stack your hips, so back hips trying to stack on top of front, shoulders stacking on top of each other. Last second. Okay, whew. Lost my balance there. Other side. So this is a tricky one. Warrior one, lunge, extend back. So the back leg just stays extended the whole time. The front leg bends and extends. So triangle, warrior one to triangle. Doesn't matter how deep you go with your triangle. See if you can, with the repetitive movement, just go a little bit deeper each time. Warming up those joints, lengthening those muscles. Okay, holding in triangle now. So again, find the floor or the shin. Find your alignment. Shoulders stacked on top of each other, trying to stack the back hip, on top of the front one, extending that front leg. This is the point where I realise I did a power yoga class yesterday at a studio here in Canggu, and my legs and my hips. Wow, they're really feeling it now. But we just have to breathe through these things. Okay, so let's go into the arms now. Give the legs a bit of a break. So we go from down dog, lift your hips, extend the legs, squeeze the elbows towards each other, trying to rotate this crease towards the front, lower the elbows down for a dolphin. That's all we're doing. Lower and lift. So down dog to dolphin. Great for the triceps and the lats and the shoulders. Working into the upper body now. Keep the back of the legs extended as much as you can. If you do need a bit of a bend in them, please do so, because its focus should be in the triceps. Work with your body where it is now. That's all we ever can do. Okay, so holding into dolphin. If you want, you can take the feet towards you slightly, pushing your chest through, trying to fold the torso to the thighs, lengthen down the back of the leg, lift your tailbone. Can you find more space? Push down into the hands, spread the fingers, pushing into the forearms. I can't see the clock, so I don't know how long left, but we should almost be there. 3, maybe? 2, 1. Oh, that was a brilliant guess. Okay, next, coming down onto the sit bones. So staff position here, just lifting the sit bones, and then we're going to rock onto the soles of the feet to push up for reverse table. So sweep the hips back, see if you can keep them off the floor, then coming forward, reverse table. Take it back, up. So the hips move through space, forwards and up, down and back, like a swing, forwards and up, down and back. 10 seconds left. We're going to hold the reverse table when we come to the 30-second hold in 3, 2, 1. That was bad counting. So pushing down into your feet, push down into your hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Trying to get a flat surface from the knees to the shoulders, and then your lower legs, lower arms, upper arms even, lower arms, are the legs of the table. Keep pushing that pelvis up. Lengthen the spine, send the tailbone towards the heels, engaging your glutes. And release. Coming back onto the feet. So wide stance now. Opening your pelvis here. We're going to go from side angle to warrior 2. So pivoting here, legs stay where they are. So side angle, then we realign the head over the heart over the hips. Side angle. Just take this upper arm up and over. How graceful can you make this? Enjoy the stretch when we get to side angle, all the way from those fingertips down to that heel, through the side body, through the rib cage and lats, up through the arm. 3 seconds left. We're now going to hold a warrior 2. So warrior 2, lunging into this front leg, put the sole of the foot down on the back leg. Engage both legs, so lift the kneecap by engaging the quad here. Open your pelvis, head over heart, over hips, arms straight out, so hands in line with shoulders. Look to that front finger, see if you can lower a bit further. If you want, you can Squeeze the heels together ever so slightly and then release. See if that deepens the stretch for you. 2 seconds. Great. Ooh, there's those hips. Other side. Same thing. Nice big wide stance. Use these glutes to open the pelvis. First to side angle, stretching out through the body. Keep the lower body where it is. Warrior 2, side angle. This is particularly nice for someone whose hips and side body were really challenged yesterday. This is, you can feel the muscles lengthening and releasing. Whew. I was going to say I could do this all day, but that would be ridiculous. I could do this for 30 seconds. That's all. Okay, 3 seconds left. Warrior 2. Again, check your alignment. Head over heart, over pelvis. So we're not forwards, we're not backwards. We're trying to align ourselves. We're opening up this pelvis. We're pushing down into the feet. You can even squeeze those heels together if you want. Arms straight out to the side, like 2 swords of a warrior. Warrior 2 swords. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Oh, another one for the legs. Who designed this class? I think I thought about it before I did that class yesterday, that power class. So from here, we're just going to tilt to a warrior 3, back to a mountain. If you want to use the arms, warrior 3, mountain. See if you can just keep that back leg floating off the ground so it doesn't touch. If you need to touch for your balance, please do so. But see what you can do. See how much of the challenge you can accept today. This is a great one for the hamstring on that balancing leg. So we're going to hold in warrior 3. Let's get back to warrior 3. Hold. Ooh. Put your hands where you need them. So on your, thank God for that chair, on your hips if you need, above the head. Extend out that back foot. Keep the hips square so that back hip bone is going towards the mat. You're lifting the supporting sit bone. Reaching out the fingers, reaching out the heel. 5 more seconds, you can do it. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. I was saying you can do it to me actually then. Just needed a bit of encouragement. So the other side. Again, hands on hips if you need, or float the arms if you need a challenge. Trying to keep this leg just floating off the ground if you can, if you want. Just going to check my balance first before I add the arms. So warrior 3, there we go. This is my leg. That's more of a challenge to balance on. We all do have uneven sides when it comes to those things. We use one side of the body probably more favourably than the other. Okay, 3 more seconds. Let's come to a warrior 3. So again, not stacking your hips, square those hips so the leg can't come quite as high. Flex that back foot, send the energy out through the heels, and reach forwards with the fingers. That balancing leg is extended. That back leg is also extended. The arms are extended. You're like a T. You can do this. You can do this, Michael. 3, 2, 1. Whew. So I introduced myself as Campy, but I'm actually Michael Camp, which is why I called myself Michael there. Okay, next one, legs again. You can come up to a star and then down to a goddess. So when you come up to the star, if you want, you can come up onto your tiptoes, then down to goddess. Star, goddess. If you don't want to come up onto the tiptoes, don't lift those heels. But trying to keep your spine as long as possible. So keep a slight tuck under with the pelvis, so we're not tilting out back with that pelvic tilt. We've got a tuck under, which will mean we can't plie or lower quite as deep. Sorry, we're holding in a goddess, I should have told you before. So let me just show you from the side. Don't tilt out. Tuck under, then lower down. May not feel quite as satisfying because you can't go quite as low, but it's more of a challenge. It's opening the right muscles. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Open those knees like a book. Open the pelvis. Nearly there. We're there. Okay. Plank to chaturanga. So if you need to do this on your knees, do so. We're just going to lower down, keep those elbows in close to the body and push up. So if we want to do full plank to chaturanga, up, down. It's basically a push up. But if this is not available to you right now, like I said, knees down. If you practice this one, working towards your chaturanga, eventually you'll develop the strength to be able to lower down with the knees off. We're going to hold down in chaturanga, dandasana. So this is going to be a challenge one, just holding here, 30 seconds. Breathe through it. Nice long line from the crown of your head to the heels. Engage your core. Roll those shoulders back, push down into the hands, squeeze the elbows into the body, engage your triceps. You're halfway there, you can do this. Steady your breath, 10 seconds. It's great for the chest. 3, 2, 1. And push up if you can. Okay. A little bit, working our way down towards the mat now. So we've got 4 more exercises. So low lunge to half split. If you want, keep your hands down. So low lunge, half split. Low lunge and back. Extend that leg as you go back. If you want the challenge, arms up the whole time. They don't touch the floor. Choose your weapon. This is great for the hip flexors and the hamstring, opening up around that pelvis. So we're going to hold in half split. So hands down, or if you want more of the challenge, reaching out through those hands. If this is okay on the knee as well. Keep flexing this front foot. Bring your toes towards your shin. Stretching down the back of this leg. Pull this sit bone back. Send this sit bone forwards. Elongate the spine as much as possible. And then fold. So with the arms out, we're having to support the weight of the upper body, but it's also helping us fold over as well. Last second. Okay. Other leg. Same thing. Low lunge to half split. Hands down or hands floating. So I'll start showing you hands down. So low lunge, extend that leg, send the hips back. Forwards, lift the chest and back. Forwards and back. Maybe try with the hands off. See how it changes the movement. Different muscles possibly engaging to stabilize us. Last time, forward, half split. Again, hands down if you need that support. Whatever you're doing with your arms, pull that sit bone on the front leg backwards, push this one forward. So think of those train tracks, flexing that front foot, elongate the spine and then fold. Got 10 more seconds here. Then 2 more moves. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, low boat to bridge. So low boat here. Put your feet down, hands down, push up. Quite a simple move, but it's great for the core. So low boat, feet down, up. Down, extend, hands and feet down, push, down, extend, hands and feet down, push, down, extend. So when you extend, arms, shoulders and legs are off the ground. Push, extend. Think of being like a banana maybe. Extend. So let's do a bridge. So pushing down into the heels, squeeze the inner thighs together so the knees don't fall apart. Feet should be hip width apart. Tuck that pelvis under. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. If you want, you can interlock the fingers. You could come up onto the shoulders even more to give yourself more space. If so, push into the feet. Get that chest towards the chin, not the chin towards the chest. Push the chest towards the chin. Keep breathing. And release. So last move, we're going to come from high boat all the way back to shoulder stand. Catch yourself in a high boat. You can extend your legs if you want. I'm not sure I'll be doing that, but let's see what happens. Whoop. Shoulder stand, high boat, shoulder stand. Whoa, see, oh yeah. Okay, it's a lot harder with straight legs, but give it a go if you like that challenge. Whew. Yes, the hip flexors are fired up. So we're going to hold in a shoulder stand with some possible variations. So all the way up. So support yourself with the hands if you'd like. Get them as high up the back as possible. Another option, interlock, place them down behind you. Third option, whoop, great demonstration, Michael, is the hands going towards the thighs, pushing down into the shoulders. Extend your legs. Final few seconds. Whew. Bring yourself out of that gently and slowly. Well done. That's quite a hardcore workout, even if you haven't worked on your hips the day before. I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully it's given you a few cues for alignment in your yoga poses as well, because yoga in terms of the poses is not about the way it looks from the outside, it's more about the way it feels from the inside. So if we cue ourselves from the inside, realigning shoulders, hips, whatever it might be, eventually the shape turns into something from the outside. Most important, we work from the inside out though. Hope you enjoyed that. Take a look at other videos on my channel. There's loads of yoga ones, there's loads of HIIT workout ones, there's loads of bodyweight exercises, calisthenics, so there's something hopefully for everyone. Resistance bands as well. Thank you once again for choosing one of my videos, I really do appreciate it. Until I see you next time, namaste.